Okay, here's the steps that's going on with me with my hiring for the United States Post Office. Today, which is February 14th, 2022, 2 o'clock in the morning, I received an email from Action Required USPS Onboarding Instructions. I'll read it to you. Welcome to the United States Postal Service. As an employee of the Postal Service, you will have access to your self-service profile and human resource portals. While you will learn more about your new employee tools in your Welcome to USPS orientation class, it is important to prepare by setting up your self-service profile password. Below is your employee identification or identifier number, EIN, temporary self-serve profile password, and personal identification number, your PIN. And then they have my name, my EIN, my temporary password, and my temporary PIN. Continuing. Prior to attending your orientation class, but no later than 48 hours after receiving this email, follow the steps below. Number 1, using a PC, a computer, tablet, or phone browser. Go to https://ssp.usps.gov. Enter in your EIN and temporary password that you have above. Change the password to a permanent password of your choosing. Please keep this email and your permanent password in a safe place. As a reminder, please be on the lookout for additional emails from the USPS in support of your upcoming start date. Welcome to the team. Please do not reply to this email as it is unmonitored and will likely not be read. Note, all times listed are in Central Time Zone. So they sent this February the 13th, 2022 at 1:38 in the morning. And of course, I got it at 2 o'clock. So that's that. And let me read you my dates so you guys can keep going. You'll find this below. My hiring process. Started the hiring process November 16th, 2021. And I originally went for CCA position. And I changed that to an RCA. So I better put that down. RCA. Because of things that took place in my life, and I realized that I didn't want to be a CCA. Why? Nothing with the post office. It was that I had went up north to my cabin, brand new at this cabin up there, pulled off on the side of the road. Now, all you people that know what I just did wrong, you don't pull off in the winter up up north. Period. Got stuck. Couldn't get out. Suffered frostbite on 4 of my fingers, 2nd degree. Blistered up, lost my fingerprints, and they had to grow back. So at that point, since it took 10 minutes for that to happen, I decided that I needed a dress warmer, number 1, better. And number 2, I need to have emergency warming stuff. And I don't want to be outside like that ever again to get any more damage because it's a terrible experience. So I decided to be an RCA instead of a CCA at that point. November 16, 2021, I filled out profile for USPS. On the 17th, I took my test 474 and got 99%. I'm going to tell you, this test is common sense. You don't need to study. Just sit down and fill it out. If you get a bad score, post office is definitely not for you. And that's helping you see that. If you get a great score, then the post office is for you. So just go in and answer the questions the best that you can. Answer them truthfully. Be real. Think about it. If you got a question that you're not really sure, think about, if you were to do this, if this is being done to you, how would you like it done to you? And then think about answering. So I got a 99. It was really easy. It didn't take no time at all. On the 17th, application for 20 CCAs applied for close to me. On the 19th, application for EASTPOINTE was posted, which is my closest post office. I filled it out. On the 19th, application first bunch applied for closed. On November 20th, the Royal Oak started to process me. They were the first ones. November 21st, Farmington wanted to hire me and accepted that position because they were the first ones to offer me a high position. 24th, email for background check, Farmington. November 25th, declined and withdrew all applications but East Point, which is my closest, and Farmington Hills, which I thought was going to be a great place to work. A little bit of a drive, though. November 25th, background check filled out, just over 2 hours, have 5 years of resume and addresses and 3 references. Have those ready. It took 2 hours to fill that background check out. November 29th, received email from East Point for a job hire. I accepted it, and then I declined the Farmington position. November 30th, fingerprints are done. That's the first time where they took my fingerprints on the computer screen. And then we found out later from that November 30th that some reason my fingerprints did not take, even though they took when they did them, because they all turned blue, they didn't turn red. For some reason, it didn't take it. And that's before my frostbite. December 14th, I suffered second-degree frostbite on my way to the cabin and decided to switch to rural carrier instead of CCA to prevent any further problems because I'm located in Michigan. December 17th, received offer for a rural carrier in Clinton Township. December 20th, RRC interview via phone and told orientation to be patient. She stressed a lot, be patient. January 18th, called Clinton Township and was told first the people ahead of me need to go through orientation and then I will be called. Omicron, COVID was rampant and was causing setback in orientation classes because a lot of people were out sick. And some post offices were closed because it hit so bad. My position is open and waiting for me. That's my boss story. Now waiting background to finish for orientation email. January 25th, received my second phone call, which I'm finding out this is not unusual, from the Detroit main office. It's not unusual throughout the entire United States system to get a second phone call about your fingerprints. And it was about not finding my fingerprints, and this call that they discovered my prints did not take on the system and I would need to redo them. On the 26th, my fingerprints were not take and I had to be inked. The old-fashioned, booking you. Had to have my fingerprints and thumbs inked and put on a card, the old-fashioned way, and mailed in. I asked and was informed that it could take up to 45 days, because that's what she's been told. She had never done this. They called my future boss to inform her that my position was still being kept open for me. Now today, February it is the 13th. Tomorrow's, good, February 13th at 1:28 in the morning, Central Time, they sent an email to me. I got it at 2 o'clock this morning to let me know that it's my onboarding. And now I'm going to go on there today after church and fill that out, change my password, and then wait for my orientation date. So I got a few things I need to get done now that I'm getting this close. Because once you start, you can't call off at all for those 90 days, 90 actual work days. It's not 90 days from the day you got hired to the day 90 days later. No. 90 days from the first day of orientation. Count up every day you work. When you have worked 90 days. So get a calendar. When you have worked 90 days, your 91st day of work, you're an employee. Everything changes at that point. So don't call off during those 90 days. So do what you got to do. Now, I've worked a lot of jobs. I'm 61 years old. Don't look it, but I am, and I've worked a lot of jobs. Some that I absolutely hated, and quite a few I actually liked, and some that I loved. But for one reason or another, I had to either move or the place closed. But I found myself with the pandemic closing down my jewelry store. I needed to do something, and that was a hard hit because I just opened. So that was a hard hit, financially and everything. So I worked at a hardware store. I learned everything in there and floated through the entire hardware store, big hardware store, like a Home Depot, but not. And then I applied for the post office job. And this will be my last job, God willing, and I'll get my pension because I do have 5.5 years of military time in already. So God bless them. Do what they say and continue to listen. Be early for your appointments and be ready. And above all, be patient, be patient, be patient. I've been patient, still am. All right, God bless.